Alrighty, you guys, we're talking all things functional medicine. When it comes to Dr. Lela, she is the go-to person for any of your medical questions. You are just such a wealth of knowledge, and we're talking about supplements today.
Yes.
This is so interesting. Tell me all about it.
Thank you for having me again.
Absolutely.
So I split it up into nutrients and supplements, because nutrients are things like vitamins and minerals that we can get from food, and supplements are specific. They are they're made from plants or some animal products, or even like gold and silver, metal world, but they have a specific function in the disease world. But I thought I'll start with nutrients.
Absolutely.
Because we were talking about, I don't know if your audience remembers, we were talking about getting protein in the diet and then getting tryptophan to convert to serotonin.
Absolutely.
And all those processes in the body need nutrients. They need vitamins, they need minerals. Magnesium is part of about 300 biochemical reactions in the body.
I feel like I'm low on magnesium a lot, like most of the time.
A lot of people are,
interesting.
because you know our diets are not, unless you're working with a specific dietitian who's giving you need this many milligrams of magnesium in your diet, how would you ever know?
Absolutely.
But the thing is, we do testing in our office, so we know if you're low or if you're not. So, but the thing with supplements, it's very important to know, Amber, I don't want everybody going out to CVS or Walmart and getting all these things, because believe it or not, supplement is a $40 billion industry.
Real? Well, that's like the first thing you think, okay, I'm going to get healthy. I'm going to go to Walgreens, whoever, Walmart, Costco, and just bundle up.
Right, but so it's very important. There are many different companies that make all these things, and which one do you pick? Recently, a couple of years ago, they did a study on the supplements from Amazon. Only a third of the supplements that they purchased were actually authentic, like they had what the label said.
Wow.
So, and then Amazon doesn't have time to go look at what is this, do they send it to the lab and get their independent testing? No. So it's very important to either do your own research or depend on somebody like me or another functional medicine practitioner who has done the work. We have vetted these companies. We know their product is good. I have this supplement that we're going to talk about later. It's methylene blue.
Oh,
it is so commonly laced with mercury. So you think you're doing a great thing by taking methylene blue, and at the same time you're getting mercury toxic.
Really?
So it's really important. I just want to put that out front, that either use somebody who's done the research or do your own research, so you're getting, you trust the company is giving you what they're saying, and then they have done their independent third-party testing to make sure that they're not filled with metals, that then you are toxic with metals that you don't need.
Wow, that's incredible. And what kind of complications could that possibly lead to?
Mercury can actually cause brain dysfunction.
Really?
Memory,
Wow.
fogginess.
That's
so
interesting.
it's very complicated. Yeah, that's why I just wanted to put that disclaimer. I'm not associated with any of these companies, but these are things that I've used and researched and vetted them.
And in your experience, what are some of the nutrients that are common for us to really kind of lack within our diet, kind of our everyday, and you see people kind of low on?
Right, so these are the ones: magnesium, C, B, D.
B, yeah.
B.
That's so interesting.
Why is magnesium important? Like I said, it's part of 300 different chemical reactions. But you know what? There are many different types of magnesium. So it's not, for example, magnesium citrate is the people most commonly are using, and that's for constipation or gut.
Interesting.
It doesn't do anything for example, this one has magnesium orotate, which is good for heart function. And then it's a combination, so it has magnesium chelate, which is the one that's absorbed more quickly.
Wow.
So you have to look at what form of magnesium. So it's a little bit complicated. That's why I'm taking the time today to educate people.
Absolutely. When people come to you and they think, I feel like I could feel better, I don't feel bad, but I feel sluggish sometimes.
Right.
And you've told me before, you're like, that is not normal.
That is not
normal. You help people kind of get back on track in a very natural way, but you spend so much time getting to understand people's bodies too.
Right, and then we do a very thorough lab testing. For example, every patient gets a magnesium level. Every patient gets a vitamin C level, and it's very easy. You just dip a stick in the urine and you know.
Wow.
Vitamin C is so important, Amber, because humans don't make vitamin C. Our body does not produce vitamin C. It has to come from outside, and the current FDA requirement is only enough to prevent scurvy. But
Wow.
vitamin C is a great antioxidant, which is why, I grew up, my mom telling me, take vitamin C when you're getting sick, because it's important to help you fight those infections. So when that happens, you need to take more.
I cannot wait to discuss more about nutrients and supplements